Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are down here in the Bear Cave Studios for another episode of OTBS on that Bill shit with me, your host, Freddie Loso, with my co-host and my brother, Big E Mafia. What's going on, bro?
My dude, Big Os. What's the haps, man? What's up with you, bro?
Bro, we chilling. Lot happening in the sports world.
Hold on. None of that is important though. I want to give you a shout out, bro. I know you just told me, and I was containing my excitement. Look at you with your new fucking glasses on.
Hey, the little things that'll make a dad.
Some new glasses on, looking like a pimp and shit on the camp.
Man, you gotta do it. The other ones had some streaks, and it had pause. They had some like lines from the stuff, and it was time for a new pair. It had been like 3 years since I had gotten a
damn, bro, you bugging.
New set of glasses. I was like, all right, time to get a new set.
Yo, are your glasses covered by your health insurance, or are you on your own?
No, they are. They're covered by the health insurance, and they're every 2 years. But I got lazy the last year, and I was like, fuck it. Like, now I'll get them.
Yo, bro, is there anything better than having fucking health insurance, man?
It's dope, bro. It's dope.
I didn't appreciate it when I was younger. Like when I first started my job and shit. It's like,
you take it for granted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a fucking health insurance. But now, yo, the moment I get I gotta make it. I'm making doctor's appointment. Yo, I got at least 3 or 4 doctor's appointments coming up within the next 4 to 8 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, because you gotta get yourself checked out, man.
You do, man. It's important.
Gotta get yourself, especially as we getting older. I know we kick off a lot of these shows lately talking about some health stuff, and it's not intentional because we don't have a blueprint for the show. It just all of this stuff is just it just happens because that's the best way for things to go down when you just let it happen.
It's the most organic, man.
Easy, baby. Just let it happen. Just relax.
Just hang out.
Yo. Me talking like a creep just now, it just reminded me of something. Yo, have you and the wifey checked out that Netflix documentary Gone Girls about the girls that were getting killed in Long Island?
Wifey saw it. I fell asleep during it, so I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but she definitely watched it.
Dog, let me tell you something, bro. We got some creepy ass people in this country.
Word, man.
We got some creepy ass
wild
people in this country, man. And yo, I tell you, and it's wild because and I don't want to give too much away about the show for people who are gonna try and watch it. But yo, man, you gotta hold on to your family members, especially the ones that are kind of like straying away from you, man. Because a lot of these girls who ended up getting murdered were ladies of the night, so to speak. They were sex workers. And at first, the police were a little, not to say they were careless, but it was kind of like, she's a dead whore. Who cares?
Basically, I did see that part. I was like, damn, like these dudes were.
It's kind of, I'm not saying that's cool. I think that's kind of messed up, man. But yo, bro, that shit is wild. And me and the wife, we get caught up a lot watching these little murder mystery documentaries and doing real old married couple type shit.
Right.
Just sitting in the house on a rainy day on the couch watching hours and hours of murder. My crazy ex and my crazy neighbor.
Fucking Dateline.
Yeah, all of that shit. And now I see how these older folks, man, they used to sit at home and watch Matlock and all of that stuff, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
I get it, man.
We used to make fun of y'all golden people back in the days. Like, yo, how can y'all sit here and watch MASH? Y'all remember? Oh, MASH? Man, bro.
Oh, man.
I remember I used to sit there and used to hear the theme of MASH coming on TV, and I used to be like, "All right, it's time to go to bed. It's time to go to sleep because
Word.
this shit ain't
Even
it."
even like I remember old school, like grandma watching fucking Sábado Gigante on Saturday nights, and like it's like, damn, why
On
you watching
Telemundo.
Word? Like, why you watching this shit again? And now you're like, you know what? I could watch me something. I could watch me a show.
Mm-mm.
Like, it was funny. I was scrolling today, and it said, kids that grew up in the 80s and 90s, you guys are now the age of the parents of the shows that you used to watch. And it listed off like Family
Mm-mm.
Matters, where they were like 38, 39, and like all those shows, and they're right around the same age that we are. And it's like, damn, that's wild
I don't want to
to
think
think
about
of
that,
that.
man. I don't want to think about that. That shit is gonna age me, and I don't feel like being aged just yet. Um, I'm not doing that shit to myself, bro.
It's wild.
I'm not doing it. Uh, hold on, wifey just text me where it's pretty late in the night,
Mhm.
and we putting the kids to bed, and she's like, "Can you make sure the internet is off on Mason's switch? Because because you ever bust in your kid's room late at night, and they still fucking up
They be
playing
dropping
video.
shit.
Yeah, it's like I see the light from your door,
Yeah, come on, man.
you moron. I already see what you're doing. Okay.
I was sleeping. I was sleeping. Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm
You were
sure. All
sleeping.
right. So since you sleeping, it won't matter that the internet is shut off to your room. All right. Which I think, shout out to Spectrum, man. I love that feature that you can individually shut off
Devices.
devices, man. It's
Yeah.
new age technology. But yeah, man, back to what you were saying. I'm not ready to be aged out like that, bro. I'm really and truly not. We just came back from Syracuse from my daughter and her team. They made the Odyssey of the Mind state finals this year.
Big
And
shout out. Big shout out.
for real, man. And
That's awesome.
I sent you the text, man. I told you. We watched them perform. They did they were there.
You
You
know,
know, they were there.
they did their thing. They did their thing.
They were there. you know. And I told you, my daughter came. She said, "Do you think we did good? Do you think we won?" And I was like, "No."
Y'all did the best that y'all could do. But there's
Yo,
levels.
and then I
There's
told you
levels.
this. I told you. So after her team finished, her rest of her teammates went out, left the little gymnasium where they put on their show, and we told her because she was a little down about their performance, whatever.
Mhm.
So we had her come up in the stands, and we're like, "Listen, we're gonna watch the next team go on to see
Mhm.
how other teams perform," which I always think is a good idea. You scout the
It gives you a
competition.
barometer. Right.
Right, right, right,
Hmm.
right. So the next team came on, and from the moment they started, I said, "Yo, this shit is over." Yo, bro, I was like, yo, every kid looked like they went to fucking Juilliard school of acting. And all of their props was top notch and shit. I was like, oh God. It was like watching the first episode of In Living Color, then right after that, watching a Saturday Night Live episode from today. It was like, yes,
I get it. I get it.
yeah, this is not good. But anyway, listen, man, we had a great time. Shout out to the District of Washingtonville for fully funding the kids portion. We had to
That's
pay for
awesome.
our own room, uh, which was kind of some bullshit, whatever. And we got there, the hotel was fully booked, bro. Fully booked. So we get there, we check in, and they only had a singular one king bed for me, my wife, and my 2 kids. But they had a pull-out couch, so I was like,
Okay.
"Listen, what you gonna do?"
Right.
Every other hotel they jack their rates up. They want you to spend $500 a night. I'm like, all right, whatever, Holiday Inn, let's do this.
Right.
So we get there and checking out the room. As soon as we get there, we Lysol every fucking thing in the
Yep.
room, you know, and we get everything together. And I said, you know what? I said, listen, let me make sure this pull-out couch is sufficient, and make sure we good to go. So I pull out the fucking pull-out couch. I don't know if this is gonna come through. You see that?
Is that a blood stain? Ah,
A blood stain on the fucking mattress.
that's not that's not where it's at, man.
So,
Come on, B.
and now it's like the hotel is fully booked. So what you gonna do?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
that's wild.
What you gonna do? So, of course, I had to go downstairs to the front desk. Of because
You have to.
of course, what? Are you
Yeah.
fucking
You
crazy?
can't just be like, nah, just throw an extra blanket down on that. No.
So, in that instance, you have two options. I could come down there as angry black man and scare the shit out of these fucking people at the front desk, and but how far is that gonna get me?
Right. Yeah.
So I go to the front desk as like patiently waiting on the verge of flipping the fuck out black man.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
you know so I walk up to the counter, and there's this fucking woman trying to buy water, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to go?" I said, "Oh no, you go in front of me."
Yeah. I'm gonna
Because
take it's gonna take a while.
yeah. So young dude behind the counter. He said, "Hey, everything okay?" I said, "Yeah, room 230, right?" Yeah. I said, "Listen, so there's an issue with the pull-out couch. There's a blood stain on the mattress, And as soon as I said that, his fucking eyes jumped out of his head. He goes, "What?" He goes, "What? There's a blood stain." So I showed him the picture before he even had a chance to ask,
Right.
and he goes, "Yeah, that's not good, man." I said, "You think, motherfucker? I know it's not good." I said, "Listen, I understand that you guys don't have any more rooms. You're fully booked." I said, "But we're gonna have to swap out mattresses." I
Right.
said, "Listen, I'll even do you one better. If we can find another couple here, because there was other people there from our group or whatever." I said, "Listen, if we find another room to swap out this mattress, you guys are not gonna give us any shit." "Oh, no, yeah, no, please, yeah." So I'm like, all right. So I go upstairs, and the wife is like, "Oh, what? So what's happening?" I'm like, "Listen, we're gonna get another mattress. We just gotta find somebody to, that wasn't good enough for her." So then she went downstairs. We went downstairs. She came back up, and she goes, "They're gonna swap the mattresses." I'm like, "I already went downstairs and I already did that. So don't think you did anything because I already, she just had to with a little, put her little spin on it, I guess, whatever." So they came and swapped out the mattress, and I was on ease from there. But overall, it was a good weekend. Syracuse sucks, by the way. I'm just gonna say it. Syracuse, I respect y'all as a New York, town or county or whatever the hell you call it. But it sucks, man. The food is not great. I don't know. It's fucking whack, man.
That's the worst. Like when you go somewhere, you can't find a good spot for food.
Oh,
Like it's not where it's at.
the mall was very sketchy, which means it was right in my wheelhouse. Had a bunch of sneaker stores, and
Nice.
it had a barber shop, which we took my son to get a haircut. And this is how I knew the shit was gonna be fire. They had an Asian dude in a black barber shop. I said, "Yo,
Yeah.
this This Asian dude has done something to earn these black people's respect to give him his own chair in the barbershop. I said, we going up in here. And sure
Yeah,
enough, I walked in there. Yeah. I said, yeah. Yo, bro, the sharpest lines my son has ever had in a haircut.
that's
The
dope.
motherfucker was using geometry to fucking shape him up, bro. The shit was immaculate. Yo, the haircut was so fire, right? That at the
Mhm.
end of it, I said, could I trouble you to give him a part? Right?
Mhm.
He said, yeah, no problem. He said, yo, what you want? I said, dog, I don't even fucking care.
Yeah, you do your
Yeah.
thing.
I said, yo, do that Chinese shit or Japanese, whatever the fuck. Do something. Make a ninja star. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just do something because I know this shit is gonna be dope. All right, the cut was so far. He said, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you." He goes, I don't. The part is not gonna do his haircut justice." I said, "Yo, I respect it, man." I paid him, took his Instagram down. He said, "Yo, come." I said, "Yo, dog, we don't live around here. It don't
Right.
make no sense. It didn't make no sense to fucking exchange pleasantries, man. I'll never see you again. I promise you."
I will
But
never be back in this town.
never, never. But it was a great experience. You know, I didn't hate it, man. It was a very fun experience. I'm
That's
very glad
awesome.
that me and the family were able to make a an experience out of that. And the drive wasn't too bad. Nice little 3.5 hour drive. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When you and the wife have long drives, do you let her drive?
Yeah, when we went to Pittsburgh last fall, we split the drive. I did most of it, and she did probably like the last 2 hours,
Okay.
and like on the way back, she did like the first two, and then I took over the rest.
Okay.
That was a 7 hour drive. That was no joke.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, we did that shit in 2 days.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
That is insanity.
yeah.
I'm over it, man. I'm over long distance drives, but so I did the drive all the way up.
Hmm.
The first, the 3 hours and 30 minutes, whatever. No problem. So the wife is like, "Oh, I wanna do my part." Which I'm like, listen, all right, just relax, okay? So we get up there. I let her take like the 5 minute drive between the hotel. But on the way back, we're driving. You
Hmm.
know, you know how women are. Y'all know how y'all women are, man. Y'all just can't let shit go. Y'all just can't let shit go. We are an hour and 30 minutes in to the drive back home. Now it's getting dark, right? Weather seems like it's about to fucking break open. So I look over, kids in the back, everyone's chilling, right? I'm feeling good, man.
Hmm.
So I look over, like, you all right? You looking a little sleepy. She's like, yes, I'm getting sleepy, but I told you I wanted to drive. And I'm like, yo, first of all, relax. Okay. First of all, calm down. She's like, no, I want experience on driving. I'm like, you've had a license for 10 fucking years. What are you talking about here? So I'm like, listen, you know what? To make you to make your life easier, I'm gonna pull over here on the side of the road. You're gonna drive. Bro, as soon as we start driving, as soon as she pulls off, not 15 minutes later, this massive fucking fog starts taking over.
Oh,
Yo, bro, it got so fucking foggy that you couldn't see like 10 feet from the fucking.
No, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst.
So now I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I'm playing Angry Birds, right? And listen, I know,
Hold on. What year is this that you're still playing Angry Birds?
yo, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Angry Birds is still shit, man. You crazy? I'm fucking, I'm on level 133 right now. You fucking crazy, bro? I love Angry Birds. And I just spent $10 on some extra tokens and shit. I gotta stop that. I wasted so much money on fucking phone video games. It's not even fun. Yo, I've spent so much money on phone video games. How much overdraft fees because of fucking phone video games? Fucking wake up the next morning, mad chase alerts. You overdrafted 170. Whoa, what the fuck?
Wait a second.
God damn it. God damn you.
Damn it, Redbird. Why the fuck you doing this to me?
Fucking Temple Run, motherfucker. What? Oh, man.
Fake
So,
ass
yeah.
Indiana Jones, motherfucker.
Yo, so we're on the road and now it's getting foggy. So I'm sitting there and I'm playing Angry Birds and I'm not tripping because one, it's all straight away, right? It's not like we
Right.
got a bunch of winds and turns and shit. But I love my wife. She's so proud. She's sitting there. She's like, the fuck I can't fucking see.
Oh man.
Then she puts her hazards on. I'm like, baby, turn off the hazards. Why? Why do you
She's
have
gonna be
hazards?
so pissed when she hears this shit back.
I love her, bro. That's okay. That's all right, man. She's like, no, you don't see how close this truck is behind me. I look in the fucking mirror. The truck is like 5 miles. I'm like, babe, turn the hazards off.
She's on my ass right now.
I'm like, oh my God. But listen, yo, she toughed it out. I'm not gonna lie. She toughed it out. Once we started getting a little bit closer to home, I started getting comfortable enough to fall asleep. That's a sign that you know somebody is comfortable with you driving. If they fall asleep
Yep.
while you're driving, that just goes to show that they trust you with their lives, man. But
Right.
man, bro, women are funny, bro. That shit to me, I was like, I was dying laughing in my head. In my head.
Right. Yeah,
'Cause I
you
didn't want
can't
to
laugh. No,
nah,
no,
because
no.
I didn't want to excite her and get her fucking upset and she got my life and my two kids' lives in her hand in this dense fucking fog on Route 17 coming from up north. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to myself,
In
man.
my mind, I'm cracking up right now.
Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. So I brought back the rental car today. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm a good guy, bro. I'm a good guy.
Same
And
same rental spot we went to last time.
100%. I'm a good guy, man. I'm gonna tell you what I found today in the rental car that I brought back.
Oh shit.
So I go to drop off the car.
Mm.
You know how you do your last little check, you check all the
Right.
compartments and shit. I check the rear. Pause.
Hey yo.
That sounded crazy. That sounded wild. I checked the fucking the back of the Buick Enclave, which they gave me. Whatever. I
Right.
don't give a fuck. Somebody left a brand new table runner from some French store. That Brie was like, fuck it, I'll keep it.
Right.
Some European asthma medication and a black American Express card.
Oh shit.
Shit you not, bro. Shit you not. A black American Express card belonged to Casanova Yuko or Yukov or some shit like that.
Yeah.
the from the minute I saw it, bro, I shit you not, the 16-year-old me was in my head like, nigga, we made it, we made it,
Right.
we made it. But then the 36-year-old me on the other side was like, nigga, put that shit
Put that
back.
shit back. It is 2025.
The fuck you gonna do with this shit? The fuck you gonna go to jail over a $200 Louis Vuitton belt? Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Fuck out of here, man. But I'm just like, yo, damn, man. How many people you know would have kept that fucking card and just
Ran that shit up.
come on, man, come on, bro. I'm
That's
like,
wild.
whatever, man. And then Avis, y'all tried to play me too, man. Gonna charge me. Yo, I just filled up the gas tank. That shit was just under the F bar, the full bar, and they want to charge me $9 for gas. It's fucking stink holes, man.
That's wild.
Fucking Avis, man. Fuck y'all, bro. For real.
Big
Fucking
time.
bastards. But anyway, bro. In other exciting news, what's going on, man? Anything we missed?
So I'm rocking the
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get comfortable with this because this is all my man Oso right here. He got some gripes.
man.
I'm just gonna make myself comfortable.
So yesterday I'm watching the Yanks play, right? They're playing out in Pittsburgh. And you know, I'm not a Pittsburgh fan by any means. Yankees till I die, but Clemente's my guy. 21, everything he did, the way that town respects him and love him the way that they do is immaculate. Bridges, like he's got his own museum out there. Like the love for him is immense in Pittsburgh for what he did. And the way this new ownership group disrespected him and his
Mm,
legacy on that right field wall.
speak
They
on it.
yo, they put this they put this memorial up on that wall, right? The wall is made 21 feet tall in remembrance of him for his number 21. They got 21s in certain spots on the wall, and they put up a Clemente 21 little symbol, or not little. It's a nice size, probably like 4 by 4, whatever size it is, up on that wall. And these motherfuckers put up a fucking, took that shit down and put some fucking like seltzer beer, sunshine seltzer, whatever the hell it is, on that wall. Took it down, didn't say nothing to the family at
Mm,
all, just put that up. The
mm.
uproar yesterday on it, where Roberto Clemente Jr., his son, just responded, wow, to it. Like, no talking to the family, no, hey, we're going to switch this out, none of that. And then their response was, well, we didn't think it was a big deal. Like, we never put that up to be uh, a permanent fixture in the stadium. You're going to tell me, Yankees, you put up the judges' chambers, and then all of a sudden, you're just going to change it with no rhyme or reason, nothing. Monument Park, all the greats in there. You're just going to, today, this is going to be the Corona Lounge, and we just going to switch it. We just going to switch it up and not say nothing. Like, that's just beyond disrespect. The uproar online was wild. It made it to ESPN, all over news outlets, everything. For what? For some extra cash? This team is one of the lowest revenue dispensing teams in the league. The bottom half. They take an extra 100 million last year in revenue sharing. They don't pay their own players. All their big shot players wind up leaving. They wind up coming to the Yankees anyways. or they
Mm.
go somewhere else, and then you want to disrespect your legends like that. Within 24 hours, right before we jumped on the show, I saw that they pulled a retraction on it. Oh, we're sorry. We didn't think it was a big deal. It was an oversight on our part. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to put some respect on your legends. Like, and I'm not just talking just because it's Clemente. Like, it's a respect thing for the people who came before and built the legacy in your town and built one of still to this day the most popular jerseys that you see in that stadium are either Paul Skeens, McCutcheon, or Roberto Clemente.
Mm.
And Clemente's been gone since the 70s when he died in that plane crash. So the fact that they have now rectified it, they got a lot of PR to do now to make that shit right. But I'm glad that the voice of the people was heard, and they're bringing back the Clemente sign in right field.
Well, glad you got that off your chest, bro. Because even
That
when
that
you
had that had me tight yesterday, bro. I was
so for the people who don't know and don't quite understand,
mhm.
why does this mean so much to you?
For me, growing up, you didn't see a lot of representation. You know what I mean? That like being a Puerto Rican kid here in the city, yeah, you saw some Yankees at the time. We had you had Roberto Alomar, you had Pudge, you had certain guys, but the one that blazed the torch for us as Puerto Ricans that got us into the league and really made a movement and really made a impact in it was Clemente. And not just for his stuff on the field, and it was his off the field stuff as well. Like he legit passed away taking supplies from Puerto Rico to Nicaragua. His plane crashed off the coast of Puerto Rico. And the same way Jackie Robinson was a trailblazer, Clemente was a trailblazer for the Puerto Ricans. So
Hmm.
that for me has always been a point of inspiration and a point of like, hey, like that's one of us.
Hmm.
And like it's always been impactful. Like I know y'all can't see it here, but here on the desk, I got the little Clemente bobblehead that they issued a few years back of him and Molina.
That's
Like
dope, man.
I made it a point to buy that shit online. I got the flag. Took that 7 hour drive last year and went out for Clemente Day and went to the museum and seeing it, passing that down to Little Os. Like it was a moment of pride, and I'll forever cherish that, having that experience with the family. So for me, that's where the love comes from.
It's dope, man. So if you could create your baseball Mount Rushmore, you putting him on it, I'm guessing.
I'd put him on it. Yep.
So give me your other three on your baseball Mount Rushmore.
Baseball, Mount Rushmore. I'd put I'd put Griffey up there. Griffey changed the game, like
Mm,
just the way, um, the swag he brought, the confidence.
I can agree with that. Hell yeah.
Like, I shit. Growing up as a kid, I'm sure you did it too. That Griffey swing, rocking the hat backwards, like that was
Mhm.
that was a whole vibe for us in the '90s. Like Griffey was I always wanted Griffey to be a Yankee, and I knew that shit was never gonna happen.
Word.
But I put Griffey up there. I'd put um I put Jeet for what he did in this city growing up through his era, staying clean through that whole steroid fiasco, um, his defense, all that stuff. Uh, I was I the position I played catcher growing up, and I'd put Pudge up there, just one of the most defensive and offensive catchers that you didn't run on him regardless. Um, and oh shit, uh,
I said Mount Rushmore, bro. That's four people.
that's four, right? That's I did three. Oh, I had Clement down there. All right, that's four. That's four. My fault. My fault.
This thing almost
Go
can't
ahead.
count.
I'm not a math guy, man. I'm not a math guy. How about you, bro? What's your Mount Rushmore for baseball?
My Mount Rushmore for baseball, and I got started a little bit later in life with the baseball. I really didn't get introduced to baseball until I was about in high school,
Mhm.
um, when that Yankees Red Sox rivalry really started to kick off. And happenstance, it wasn't like we was in school one day and fucking Ben was like, "Yeah, you know Yankees Red Sox playoffs," and I was like, "Motherfucker, what is that?"
Don't nobody watch baseball.
It was like, no fucking black people watching no baseball. It was like, no, you ain't watching the fucking series. And I was at home, I was fucking flipping through the channels, and it was playoff time. And to me, that was the best time to start catching on and watching. And I was like,
Mhm.
yo, as a matter of fact, that Yankees Red Sox series and the ALCS when Boone hit that home run to send them to the World Series,
Yep.
that was my first time actually really like watching baseball.
Really?
And ever since then,
Damn.
I was, yo, that to me was like, I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, it's not like this every game,
Right.
but
It was
that,
different then. Baseball
right,
was,
right, right,
man,
right.
that was my first love. That's what got me into sports was baseball. That my first game, I was probably about 7,
Mm,
went to Yankees Red Sox up at Fenway.
mm.
And that was that first time walking through the tunnel over on like the first base side and you see that green monster for the first time, bro. That was wild as a kid. Wild. The amount of shit I was talking, I had no business talking all that shit I was doing.
How old were you?
7?
Yeah, so that's why you ain't get fucked up.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have gotten my ass beat. I was talking so much shit that day, but it was dope. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh man, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. But yo, it's nice that you showing that much loyalty, man, and um, you passionate about it, man, and I see it. Look, you got the hat on, you got the shirt on, bro. You got the
yeah, man.
Clemente tattoo on your back and shit. And I commend you, bro. You got to fucking
I do this one. That 21 with the PR flag, I'd throw
yeah,
that
that
up.
shit is dope. That shit is
Yeah,
dope. That shit is dope, man. But yeah, man, nah, for real, man. Salute to you, and man, salute to the cause. Salute to them for recognizing their mistake and fixing it, man. Because you don't see a lot of franchises make a decision and backtrack like that,
backtracking. Hmm.
you know. And they listening to the fans, man. That's what's up because that's where the bread and butter is,
Word, man.
But it is what it
I
is.
haven't seen another place that has a museum dedicated to one person like that.
You might be right. I'm
Like
sure
I
somebody will correct us if we're wrong, but you might be
right.
right.
Drop it in the comments if there is somewhere else, but I've never seen one not like that. Like, bro, when we went on Clemente Day, there were 3 or 4 showings after ours,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all sold out.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's an old firehouse that they converted into a museum dedicated to him. They got old artifacts. They got pieces of the propeller that from the plane that went down that he was on. Like, yo,
That's kind of crazy, man, that they would
it's
put that shit there. Like that's
bro, they got his old like driver's license, marriage certificate, like Western Union telegrams that he would send a PR. Like it's wild. It's a dope experience. The amount of big leaguers that have gone through um that museum, they've got like signed baseballs and stuff. It's very dope.
that shit is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize that it was uh that in depth, man.
Mhm.
I'd have been bugging out if I'd have been walking through and I'd have seen all that shit. Like, yo, they got his fucking birth certificate.
Bro, they got shit I've never seen before.
They got the animatronics of his grandmother with the polone mashing them garlic.
Yo, that was the only thing that was missing, bro. Like
Yo,
they
that's
got
crazy.
everything. They got a suit that he wore that they let Javier Baez wear for an All-Star game in
Wow.
homage to him. Like his old golf bag, like crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
Yo, that's what's up, man.
Hmm. It's
And
very
and
cool.
and and this wasn't passed down from like your parents. This was all you that
Yeah,
you
man.
recognize that shit. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Let me fix this a little bit here. I feel like I'm a little off center here, man. But yeah, bro, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
I commend you on that, man, for real. Um, yeah, we got a little sports dynamic. The Final Four, did that happen already? It's over, right? Duke is in the finals.
Duke lost last night.
They lost.
Duke lost last night. Um, they were up 6 with 31 seconds left,
Oh wow.
and they blew it. They lost 70 to 67 to Houston. So the
Wow.
championship game, I believe it's tomorrow or Tuesday, will be between Florida and Houston. We got WrestleMania in about 10 days as well. So we'll have that.
There's
We
a
could
lot
talk
going on in April, man. A
word,
lot of
man.
shit going on in April, bro.
Maybe we could get Ben on the show next week.
Yo,
I
listen,
know
man.
I know he's dodging us. He nervous to come on the show. Yo, it's
He's on.
WrestleMania season, Ben.
Yeah, we got
It's
to get
time to
him up
show
here,
up,
bro.
B.
We got to get him up here. He's on his Walter White shit. He's still making crystal. Yo, he texted me the other day. He's like, "Yo, I think the SWAT is outside my fucking." He's like, "Yo, the fucking SWAT team is down." I said, "Yeah, motherfucker, because I dropped the dime on your ass." I
They
said,
looking for you.
"I said, come on the show. I'm telling. I'm gonna give him the apartment number right now. I'm not fucking around, bro." Nah. But yeah, man. I don't know, bro. Shit is
Oh,
just
so we also I started watching this new docu-series on ESPN Plus. I don't know if you remember Peyton's Places, right? He would go and see old greats of football and talk
yes, yes,
history and
yes,
all
yes,
that stuff.
yes.
So now they've done one, same production company, Omaha Productions. They're doing Stephanie's Places. It's all WWE related.
Hmm.
They dropped the first 2 episodes. First episode was CM Punk and Triple H,
Hmm.
and the last episode was Cody Rhodes, talking about the history, him and his pops. They went to the old Center Stage Studios where they filmed WCW Saturday Night,
Wow.
which was like a little throwback from the past. Um, but you can see the emotions in the episode. Very cool series. You get a chance to watch it. I definitely highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that shit out, man. I'm running out of stuff to watch, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. But yeah, bro, we moving along here, man.
Yeah, man.
We thank y'all for listening, man. I know we got
Right.
a nice handful of y'all who always reach out to us and give us some feedback from the show. And yo, listen, man, we doing this for shits and giggles, bro. We
Yeah,
doing this
man.
for y'all, man. I don't know, bro. We just
Episode 61 now, bro. This is 61 episodes. This is crazy, man.
yeah, it is, bro.
All of this started on a car ride up to Buffalo.
Yeah, which if we were smart, we would have
We would have
recorded
recorded that shit. Yeah.
that whole fucking car trip. But you know, this is things is moving along, man.
I did get a little feedback from last episode. Sour Patch Kids are a good candy. It's not for serial killers. So shout out to Rick. I know he's always listening, so big shout out.
There's something wrong with both of y'all, bro. I'm just gonna say it, man. Don't no grown people eat no goddamn Sour Patch
Sour Patch
Kids.
Kids are good, bro. Put some
Oh
respect on
my
some Sour Patch
God.
Kids.
I can't, bro. I can't. I'm not going down this road with you again, bro. I'm not doing it. Not 2 weeks in a row, man. You could try to justify the shit all you want to. It's not
Next
happening,
week I'm
bro.
showing up with that big 5 pound bag of Sour Patch Kids. I'm gonna take my ass to Five Below and grab one.
Yeah, you go ahead, man. When your ass go into diabetic shock, I'm gonna laugh at you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna laugh at your monkey ass. But yo, got some questions also, by the way, that we'll get into in a second.
Sweet.
Uh just want to take a second to give a lot of thanks, man. This is I'm in a not a sentimental mood, but I'm in one of those feelings right now, man. What
I like it.
I just want to be fucking grateful, bro. Because at some point I was on this trip with the family and I just realized, man, I'm very grateful and fortunate uh for what God has blessed me with. And I know a lot of us we don't take for granted the the things that we have in our life, and I try to do it as much as possible. And sometimes it just hits me out of nowhere, man. Like I'll be sitting at the dinner table with my family and we eat together, and my son and my daughter will just start cracking jokes on each other. And I'm just sitting there and I'm laughing, and I see my wife getting irritated, but I sit there and I laugh and I'm like, yo, look at this shit, bro. Like,
Nothing beats it, bro. Nothing beats it.
yo, it's I'm grateful. If God was to take everything away from me right now, which I'm not saying that I'm looking forward to it, God don't.
Right.
I
Be
know God
cool.
got it.
Be cool.
I know God got a sense of humor. I'm just saying, I just I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful and I'm blessed for all that I have, man. And
Amen.
this is why I don't need for nothing.
Right.
I really don't, bro. I don't fucking need for nothing. I don't need millions of dollars. I don't need uh, shiny things, gold and diamonds and all of that silly stuff. I just want to spend more time with my family as much as possible. My kids
Mhm.
tell me all the time they hate when they don't see me. They hate, when I'm working all these crazy retarded hours. But I tell them, listen, man, I got to finish this race for y'all. I got another, by the grace of God, 3.5 years to go, and I put in too much time and effort and literal blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Not that shit that people just say in the movies, but it's been actual blood, sweat, and
Yeah,
tears.
man. For real. Yeah. No bullshit.
Like
Yeah.
for real, and put too much time into it to give up now, man. And a lot of my boys that I work with help help get me through it. And I'm very grateful not only for them that I work with, man, but for them that who have paved the way and showed me how to do it. Story came out a little while ago. Uh, one of the guys who used to be a part of the training staff. I didn't know him personally, but I know enough about him to know that he was a good dude. Wound up getting killed by the Suffolk County Police Department. I don't know the ins and outs of the story, but allegedly he was coming at them with a knife. You know, the stories are all come out, but I'm just saying this is what happened
Right.
on the news. Who knows what really fucking happened? But from everybody that you talk to and you hear, he was a great dude, man. And I did have a few trainings with him to see that he was an upstanding guy. And you know, we really got to take care of ourselves, bro.
Yeah, man.
We really do. We got to stand on something. You you have to stand on your morals.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up in the morning, you got to look yourself in the mirror every day. That's why you can't be fucking stressed about and worried about what other people are gonna fucking think about you and how they gonna react. Oh my God, man. If I do this, this person's gonna think that. So fucking what,
Yeah.
man? So
Fuck 'em.
what? So what, bro? So what?
Word.
Is that shit making you happy? Yeah, man, but I want to run outside in a sundress. Hey, Pop, listen.
You do you. Do you. That makes you happy, do you.
You gotta do you, bro. I just my greatest fear, and I don't fear much, is to get that fucking feeling in my stomach like, damn, man, that shit was I gotta go to sleep at night with that shit on my mind.
That's the worst feeling, bro.
That shit is the worst feeling,
Yeah.
bro.
I've taken these podcast episodes, our talks on and off air have been such a godsend. I know I've mentioned this off air to you, but like your words hold a lot of weight with me, and they uh they truly are an inspiration, and I really appreciate you and the family
I appreciate that, man.
really like deep, bro. Like y'all have been like, I'm not trying to blow smoke or anything. Like
As I
y'all
blow
y'all
smoke.
right, y'all are family, man. And the love for you guys is real. And from from me to you guys, like
I appreciate it,
that
man.
is all love, always and forever. Like
No, I appreciate it, man. You know,
100%.
and I don't really know what's spurring me to say all of this right now. I just, most of the shit I say is off the cuff. And, sometimes it gets me a laugh. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. But I don't know how to do it any other way, man. And just like if I have a question, I'm gonna ask it.
Hmm.
If I have something to say, um I'll pick the right second, but I'm gonna say it.
Hmm.
If there's something that I want to do, I'm just gonna do it. As long as I'm not physically hurting somebody. Eh, Yo, listen, man. You can't you can't you can't go around worried about people's feelings all the fucking times, man. You're not gonna please everybody,
Hmm.
so don't go around trying to please anybody. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I totally get what you're saying.
not even my kids, man. I don't even go around trying to please my fucking kids.
Hmm.
If we're doing something and that coincides with making them happy, then so be it. And listen, listen, it happens. Even and my wife will tell you all the time. Like we fight, we argue. All couples do, as far as I know.
Hmm.
Shit, you seen it. You were there firsthand. Like we're gonna have issues, but I can't live according to other people's happiness, man. I don't think people should do that, bro. I,
Yeah.
I'm I don't want people going around doing shit to be like, oh man, I hope I make this decision and it doesn't make this person mad. Like, especially me. Who the fuck am I? I'm nobody
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I don't know, man. I want people to just live their life according to their own happiness, bro.
Yeah, man.
You just have to. You have to, man. And seeing what I saw this weekend, man, I respect the platform of this. And if anybody doesn't know about it, the Odyssey of the Mind, man. Odyssey of the Mind, long story short, is they send these challenges to these kids at all age levels. And it's literally just like, listen, you're gonna have a coach, but the coach is just there to make sure you don't fucking blow yourself up. Other than
Right.
that, you do everything. Everything is on you.
Mm-hmm.
The script that you come up with, the dialogue, the problem solving, everything is on you. And I'm just looking at that shit and I'm like, I don't know if this shit was around when I was a kid, but I would have loved to be a part of this, because it's
Mm-hmm.
just, excuse me, I don't know. It was fascinating, man. It's fascinating to see kids being so creative and being so free, and it was a beautiful thing to watch, man. And I'm very grateful that I was a part of it. I was able to watch my daughter have some fun and just be out there with the family, man. And life is short, man. You got to take advantage. I also want to give a sleep in peace to my younger brother Brandon. Yesterday, April 5th, was make the 5 year anniversary of him passing away. That's Ben's uh younger brother. Uh, you know, he wound up passing away during all this COVID fiasco. And I don't know, man. A lot of things happen that just show you how short life is.
Word.
And the closer things happen to your household, I don't know, the more it impacts you, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, if that makes sense, you know? And I know I don't know why I always do this. I turn the show into a weird turn here. Like, but listen, this is
No,
all
this is
just,
what we do, man.
and I
This is
didn't
what
I
we
didn't
do.
even plan on talking about this stuff, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but shit is just crazy, man.
Hug the ones that are close to you tight.
Facts.
That would be my biggest takeaway on that. Those ones that you haven't talked to in a while that are close, the ones that you love, let them know. Like if you haven't picked up the phone in a while, just to express the gratitude, or just it don't even got to be a long conversation. Just, hey,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. That's
Yeah.
it.
You know, it's wild. And I know that they're all off in better places and
Mm,
all of the stuff that comes with it between Brandon and my auntie who practically helped raise me from when I was
mm,
when I was a young pup out here wilding out. Uh, life is life, man. How they say,
yeah,
que
man.
sera, sera, and all of that other silly shit. But we get back on track.
We
Now I
back.
got some fuckery questions.
Let's do it.
Okay, what's our first question? Is flirting cheating? I don't know, Os. What do you think? Do you think flirting is cheating?
Like if you cross that line, yeah.
What's the line, Os?
there there's a line where it becomes disrespectful to your significant other.
Give me an
Like
example.
like if you wouldn't say that shit in front of your wife or your significant
Then
other,
that's not flirting then. Give me some.
I see what you're trying to do. You know how we roll. You know how we roll here at OTBS.
give me give me an example, bro.
I see what you're trying to do. No, sir.
Give me an example,
Nope.
man. Come on, take a walk on the wild side.
Nope. That pathway is closed.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh, well, listen. Is flirting cheating? I think if you have I think if you have intentions on enacting upon what you're flirting about, then I think you are crossing the line.
Mhm.
But like, for example, when me and you went to Avis those few years ago, and that fucking fat broad was behind the counter, and I'm joking around with her. All right, cool, whatever. Obviously, he's not
Right.
serious,
Hmm.
you know. Like, but then again, I do shit like that all the time. So, it's a flirtation by somebody's standards, maybe, but I don't have no fucking intentions on doing
Acting
anything.
upon it. Right.
Right. Now, if some broad that looks like fucking, I don't know, pick who's ever hot now is saying some shit, and then I'm saying some shit, and under my head I'm thinking like, yo, I'm like, I might be fitting to take this down. Then yeah, I think I think now you're definitely crossing the line,
Right.
you know. But if you got somebody who's a fucking water buffalo, and I want to make a date, you know, hey, yo, I've been looking for you in the daylight with a flashlight, baby. How you doing? Oh my God. I'm gonna get you this extra 60% off your meal. Hell yeah. Yeah, so why not, bro? Why the fuck not, man?
Right.
Okay, next question. Should a man ever put his career before his kids? Ooh.
Damn.
I would say depending on whether or not that career is the means of survival for his children, and depending on where your standings are with the kid's mom. I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say on that one, you're sacrificing time with your kids for a job that doesn't care about you.
Hmm.
If that's not your business, if you're working for somebody else and you're hustling for somebody else, at the end of the day, I'm not going to take credit for this because I didn't think of it, but that job isn't going to remember that you worked late. That job's
Right.
not going to remember that you did overtime, that you missed this game or you missed this recital or you missed a birthday party or a significant moment in their lives. Your kids are going to remember that shit. And they're the ones that at the end of the day should be the most important. Your family, your loved ones, they're the ones that remember you. That job doesn't give a shit. They don't care about you. You're ends to a means.
You know what's funny about you saying that? Because the very next question is, do you owe loyalty to your job or just your paycheck?
Honestly, I've been where I'm at for an extended period of time, and that's a paycheck to me. 4 o'clock comes, I don't fucking know you. You know what I mean? Like there's a there's a separation for me, and the ones here are the ones that are important.
Hmm. Uh, I agree with you to an extent.
Mhm.
I think depending on how invested you are with what you do, you know how the saying goes, if you like what you do, you'll never work a day in your life,
Right.
you know? And that's why I get so intrigued, man. Like when I finally met Rick, man, I was like, yo, I'm very intrigued when I meet people who are actually doing something that they enjoy
Right.
to sustain their lifestyle.
Right.
Because very rarely do you find people like that.
Hmm.
Do you find people who were in the middle of essentially their career and just took off the parachute and jumped out and said, "Listen, I'm either gonna fly or this shit is I'm putting my family in a bad spot,"
Right.
you know? But in your case, like you said, when it's 4 o'clock, it's time for 4 o'clock, shit, I'm out of here,
Yeah.
you know? And am I at that point now? Uh, it's so hard to say, man. I'm on the fence every fucking day, to be
Hmm.
honest with you. I think honestly, few and far between right now are the times where I really care that much.
Hmm.
Like, for those of you know, they kind of put me in the spot to run like the employee recognition of where
Hmm.
I'm at, like to kind of be like the person who, oh, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not the right person for
I'm
this
not the right
because
person.
I could fucking care less,
Right.
but hey, who the fuck am I? I'm just here.
Biggie Mafia, man. That's who you are.
Yeah, yeah, listen to you, man. I hear you. I hear you, bro. Okay. Is a good dad more about presence or providing? Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
good question.
that is a good question. I, I've been, I've seen both parts of the coin on that one, and I feel like presence is more valuable. Um, you can buy all the things in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll use us for example, right? Your kids see you in the stands. That means the world to them. They the shiny new toy, the new pair of kicks, new clothes, new Xbox, whatever it is. Yeah, that's cool for a moment, but that comes and goes.
Facts.
The being there and the being present, that's for me, that's where it's at. I'd rather be present and share those experiences than anything else.
Hmm. Hmm. I agree, bro.
Mhm.
I don't disagree with anything you just said. All right, these are kind of like I don't know, double take kind of questions. Respect or love?
Hmm.
Which one you going with?
I'd go love.
I think I'm gonna have to go with respect on that one.
Mm.
Because if you love me but you don't respect me, that means we could be out in public and you could love me, but you just fucking undressing me in public and shit. Uh,
Right.
I don't think
Yeah, no, I get that.
you know,
That's
uh
like that's like a Bronx tale. You'd rather be loved or feared.
there you go.
Hmm.
Um Next question. Loyalty or honesty?
Loyalty.
You pick
Loyalty is big. Loyalty is big for me, man.
l-
The this last year and a half, loyalty's a big thing for me, and I feel like being loyal's it's a respect thing, and if you got my back in private and in public,
mhm.
uh, uh, I show that same energy.
I respect that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Honesty on this one. I'd rather you be fucking honest with me. I'll have way more respect for somebody who's gonna be fucking honest. Because if I
Mm.
feel like for an inkling that I can't trust you, then and I've told you this 1,000 times. If once I see you one way, I can never see you another way again.
Right.
You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I need you to trust in the fact that if you honest with me, we and you we don't have to fucking agree on everything. You know? And I've seen too many people be loyal to a fault.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like a dog is fucking loyal, but you could also fucking kick a dog in the face and that shit'll
It's
fucking
coming right back. Right. Yeah. No, that's true. I see where you're coming from. I get that. Yeah.
Eh, oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's fair.
Oh gosh, dog. Come on, man. He just kicked you in the fucking stomach, bro. You gonna come back?
Oh, you got some French fries though? I'm right here. I got you.
The honest motherfucker just tell the dog, listen, I don't like you. Just get the fuck
Right.
away from me.
Back up, B.
Just a couple more questions I got. Can you trust someone who doesn't have any friends? What the fuck? Um, shit. Um, hmm,
That says a lot in itself.
it does. It does. Uh, hmm. I think I think you should always give somebody the opportunity to show you whether they can be trusted or not.
Right.
I think people's actions speak volumes. I do. I know a lot of people who are overtly introvert and they don't,
They don't fuck with nobody.
yeah, they just don't fuck with
Hmm.
nobody. You know, I don't think anything is wrong with that. All right. These last two questions. Oh, wow. This is a wild question. And I think you, out of the both of us, could be better suited to answer this question. And again, we never reveal uh, people who send these questions in. And I kind of know your answer already, but I'm going to let you
Hmm.
take the lead on this one. Are step parents real parents?
Yeah, 100%. They're the ones that step up when those who have that responsibility drop the ball. When those that have the responsibility and have that honor to be called a father, be called a mother, when you disrespect that and you show that don't mean nothing to you, I feel like you're a real you're a real piece of
Shit, bro. It's okay.
yeah, you're a real piece of shit on that one.
I can agree. I can agree on that, especially coming from a standpoint, you know, both of my parents wound up getting remarried,
Mhm.
and my father's wife has always played an intricate role in my life. Sure, I never made it easy on anyone, on any of my parents at any point in my life, but I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I don't know if you heard that, son. I just threw a fucking crazy fart just now. Um, all right, last question. Can you love two people at the same time? I'm gonna take the lead on this one, and I'm gonna say yes. I just, and I'm not saying that I'm not giving the okay for people to be going out there fucking cheating and nothing like that. But I'm just gonna be honest. I think it is possible to love two people at one time. I think that listen, I think that's just kind of how the heart is set up. Listen, man, you love different kind of foods. You could love more than one car at the same time. You could love two outfits at the same time. You could, I do. I think you can love two different people at the same time for two totally different things. I think that's 100% possible. Should you be out there in two completely different relationships at the same time? No, obviously not.
No, right.
But I do think it's possible to love two people at the same time.
That's fair.
What about you, bro? You think it's possible?
I think I think the heart is set, like you said, different ways. You know what I mean? Like for me, I don't know. Like that's a different one. Like I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is possible.
But you
Uh,
don't want to find out.
nope. That's not for me.
Oh man. One of these days, bro, I'm gonna get you to break. One of these days, man. I know what I gotta do. I mean, you're gonna be sitting over there. I'm gonna wait till you get like 4 shots in, 5 shots in. You know how I'm gonna know when you're ready to break? That hat is gonna come off. Yeah, that hat is gonna come off. You're like, hey, fuck it. I did it.
It was me, Austin.
You gonna break, motherfucker. I'm gonna get you, bro. I'm gonna fucking get you. If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna
I've
get you the
been I've been on water and some Pepsi. I've been on the good O's train.
all right, man. All right. You full of shit, but all right. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. I'm gonna get you. Listen, man. That's what I got for today. We can wrap this up. I'm gonna get back upstairs, and so me and my wife could finish Netflix and chilling, try to play a little crabgrass, and all
We,
those.
we got news coming down the pipe. We're working on the draft spectacular, so we will get more of that information to you guys next week.
That part.
OTBS podcast on Facebook and Instagram, OTBS pod on Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think. We always appreciate you guys for listening, and we will catch you guys next week.
Condoms take away all the feeling.
Peace.